So they broke your heart and you insist on keeping them hostage. Hello and welcome to an episode in the Narcissism series on my channel. This is where I educate and share with you what it's like being with a narcissist. At times, using my personal experience and my clients' experiences in order to shed some light on the disorder that we all seem to be dealing with lately more than ever. If you are struggling and suffering in silence, you don't have to. Join a community that will understand what you're going through. There is always hope that life will get better. Before I get into today's topic, hit the subscribe button now so you won't miss out on all the valuable tools that you may need in your journey of healing and becoming a stronger, wiser version of you. You will get the shock of your life one day when you realize someone you never expected to hurt you does, and in the worst way possible. You see their true colors, but when it's too late. The selfishness, the underhanded insults, the picking on you, the way they broke up with you, the way they used you, their hidden jealousy of you, how they acted to admire you, but the first chance they get, they criticize you. Wow. And how they took everything from you that they needed and dropped you just like that. Were they aware what they were doing? Were they caught up in their unhealthy coping mechanisms? Were they so traumatized from their past? Were they calculated? Or were they simply lost and acting unconsciously in hurtful and selfish ways? You may never know. And will it make any difference if you knew? Will that give you closure? Will it make things any better? Will it ease the pain? Or will it erase the nights that you spent crying your eyes, wondering why? Why did they do this to you when all you ever did is love them with all your heart? You gave them all of yourself. You trusted them with your heart. And they acted like they cherished it and loved you completely as you always wanted to be loved. Only to stab you one day right in that fragile heart, twisting and twisting, slowly destroying every beautiful moment that you lived together. It made you question yourself, your judgment, your decisions. You wonder if you were so blinded that you didn't see how well they played you. And the questions keep on coming. The whys, the hows, the how could you do this to me? What did I ever do for you to hurt me like that? You're not realizing it, but you're actually refusing to let them go. Refusing to accept what happened. And more like holding them hostage in your mind, in your thoughts, in your energy field. Until you get your answers. Pushing at times for them to give you answers. And at times waiting and hoping that they will be that nice person that you fell for and suddenly call you to say, I'm sorry, I hurt you. I know I took you for granted. Sorry that I tortured you and made you feel worthless at times. Sorry I'm selfish and all I care about is myself. Do you actually think someone who did all those things to you will call you to give you that closure or even have a genuine apology? One day, when your head is all clear, you have cried it all out, talked about it with your friends or with a professional, allowed yourself to feel the emotions, you will come to an understanding. An understanding that only can be reached when you are in a calm state. You're not angry with them or with yourself for that matter. You no longer feel love for them. And you don't have ill feelings towards them either. You actually don't have any feelings at all. They just become a person that you once knew and now you are so detached from them. You don't care anymore. You don't care how they're doing. You don't care to know anything about them. You don't have any questions to ask. You already have all your answers. And not because they gave them to you, because you uncovered it yourself. You see things so clearly now. Right from the beginning, you saw what you wanted to see. You believed what you felt was right to believe. You weren't convincing yourself of anything. You just took matters as they were. You chose to trust. You chose to believe in their genuine intentions. You chose to treat them with respect, loyalty, and even admiration. You chose to see the best in them. And you looked at yourself in the mirror and said, well, I'm not perfect. No one is, so I'm just gonna love them as they are, just as I always wanted to be loved and accepted as who I am. So what, there's some weaknesses and some things I don't like. I'm sure there's things about me too. That's exactly what you did. You noticed their imperfections and you reminded yourself of yours. You noticed a few red flags and you explained them away. You continued loving, giving, being understanding, patient, forgiving when they messed up, giving second and fifth chance to correct themselves, poured your heart out, talked and talked all night, did your best to help them overcome the trauma that holds them back from living in peace with themselves. You fought the good fight to keep them happy and feel safe with you. You were that place for them. You thought you could make it all better by just sticking it out. If you just kept being patient and understanding, if you just kept showing them you are not going anywhere, that you're not going to abandon them, and that you love them anyway. Who are you kidding? Where has that led you? Where are you now? Sorry if I'm dredging up some things that you pushed away so deep because it was just too painful to remember. I know how it feels. I know that pain all too well. But you know, I'm here to tell you what you already know. You weren't stupid to love them. You weren't naive. You weren't blinded, per se. You were in love with the idea of being in love and living that beautiful love story that you did in fact live moments of. As much as you don't want to remember, you lived it, and it was beautiful. Those moments were just out of this world. You can't erase them, and there's no need to. Cherish them. Build this feeling of absolute gratitude that you lived such moments in your life. Some people never get to live them, but you did. Accept that moments come and moments go. Today, we are living in peace and utter love. Tomorrow, there's chaos and heartache. Now, I'm not saying anticipate the tough times. I'm saying it's part of life. We never know who will come into our life. We can't tell the future. We didn't know we were going to meet all these people that we now know. Not everyone that's going to enter your life will mess it up. Some will be a valuable addition. Some will stay for a while, then their time will come to go, for you or for them. Sometimes it's in letting go you grow. It allows you the opportunity to experience new things you would have never lived if you weren't free to explore it. Sometimes the people you love hold you back from moving forward. Some are doing it on purpose, while others unknowingly. When you are tied to someone who is unable to step forward, living in their comfort zone or fear, how do you think you will move forward? Or if you're tied with someone who is immersed in their victimhood story and choosing to stay there, or someone who feels entitled and walks around stepping on people, including you, or someone that is so internally damaged or insecure, feeling they have to destroy your self-esteem in order to feel better about themselves, or someone who is so jealous and possessive they can't let you breathe, never mind live a good life. And the list goes on. If you stayed in this because you love them, what would become of you? Look at your life today. Look at the things you experienced after they were gone. Would you have experienced them with that person? Look where they are now. If you're still checking, maybe they are in the same place you left them, and you're thanking God that you are not stuck there anymore. And maybe they moved a step further and did well in their life. And I know you will say, but why couldn't we move forward together? Why couldn't we live this growth while we love and support each other? And you have a valid point. You're right. It could be possible. But that's not how it happened. That's not how things worked out. You won't know why it didn't work out that way. All you know is that at the time, you needed to separate, whether it's by choice or forced upon you. And after the separation, growth happened to both of you, or just one of you. It's not your responsibility to fix anyone. Remember that. Not even the ones that you love so dearly. A lot of questions have no answer. It just is. Or maybe the answer is on a spiritual level that you are not yet ready to grasp. Maybe you are. And if you are, explore that. You might just come to a whole new understanding and awareness. Let me conclude by saying, let them go. Don't keep the ones who hurt you hostage in your energy field, or thoughts for that matter. Whether you feel you have forgiven them or not yet, you don't have to wish them well or be happy for them. Start by feeling nothing for them. Start by detaching your emotions. As far as you're concerned, they don't exist. The memories, however, they do. Lock them up in a box and keep the key in a safe place. When you are ready to revisit, when you feel the need to dig it out to clear any residue, trauma, you can unlock that box and allow healthy thoughts and emotions to help you evolve and grow further. If you are not growing by the memory of the experience, you are not ready yet. Let them go. Set them free. Let them figure out who they are and where they want to be. You focus on you now. As you live day by day, you will figure out how. Yasmin Boland, an author and expert in monology, in one of her episodes on her Mainly Monology podcast, she says, the pain we experience in life is not meant to define us. It's meant to refine us. It's meant to help us evolve. And on that note, I conclude this episode. Until next time, take care of yourself and let them go. Ciao, ciao. I hope you liked this video. Please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Thank you for watching.